This is the second part for the first chapter. The topic we are going to start is role of memory in working of a computer. As you can see, a computer memory is divided into three parts, but mostly it is divided into two parts. The last one, cache memory, I will tell you later. Mostly it is divided into two parts, that is primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory is also known as internal memory or main memory. Secondary memory is also known as external memory or mass memory. Again, the primary memory is divided into two, that is RAM and ROM. The examples of RAM is SRAM, DRAM, and examples of ROM is PROM, EPROM, EEPROM. And secondary storage devices examples are hard disk, DVD, CD, pen drive, memory card. First, I will tell you about primary memory. Primary memory is defined as the central storage of the computer system. It consists of the RAM and ROM. RAM is a volatile memory. Volatile means when the computer is shut down, the memory of RAM is empty. So when you start the computer, all the data are in the hard disk, they are transferred to RAM, and we read and write from the RAM itself. But when we shut down the system, all the data move back to the hard disk of the computer memory. So we can say that is random access memory has a very short span of time. And that for that reason only we call it as a volatile memory. It can be seen as the chip inside the CPU. Next one is ROM. ROM is a non-volatile memory. Means when you shut down the system, then also the memory of ROM will be same. It doesn't disappear like RAM. Read only memory, that is you can only read the data, you cannot write onto the ROM. It tells the computer what to do after you start it. It is a permanent memory system, as the data and the contents once written to it remain fixed. Once the data is written, it is fixed there. You cannot rub it and you cannot rewrite it. And ROM only tells the computer what to do, how to start the system. All the main softwares which start your systems are written in the ROM itself. The contents never change even when the computer is switched off. That's why it is called as the non-volatile memory. ROM provides instructions to the operating system for handling the hardware that are input and output devices. We will see the difference between RAM and ROM. RAM full form is random access memory. ROM full form is read-only memory. RAM is a volatile in nature and ROM is non-volatile in nature. Volatile means when you switch off the system, its memory will be empty, and when you switch off the system, ROM memory will be as it is. And RAM allows reading and writing both. ROM only allows reading. RAM has a temporary storage of data, and ROM, it has a permanent storage of data. RAM is expensive, ROM is cheap. The types of RAM are SRAM, DRAM. SRAM static RAM and DRAM is dynamic RAM. Then we have the types of ROM, that is PROM, EPROM and EEPROM. See the different types of ROM. PROM stands for the programmable read-only memory. The contents of this memory can be written or programmed only once. For example, when you write with the pen, you cannot rub it. That is what is a PROM. EPROM stands for erasable programmable read-only memory. It is a type of ROM on which data can be erased by exposure to strong ultraviolet light and can be rewritten later. For example, when you write with a pencil, you can rub it and you can write it again. But here it is erased with the help of strong ultraviolet light. The next one is the EEPROM. that stands for electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. By the name itself you can understand that in this type of ROM the data can be deleted electrically and can be electrically rewritten later. Means ये ऐसा टाइप का रोम है जिसमें डेटा मिटाया जा सकता है बट विद द हेल्प ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, और इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ही यूज़ करके इसमें डेटा वापस लिखा भी जा सकता है. नाउ द कैश मेमोरी. Cache memory stores recently used information so that it can be quickly accessed at a later time. A special area in RAM is reserved for cache memory, so it is not an independent memory. A cache is a smaller, faster memory located closer to a processor core, which stores copies of data from frequently used main memory location. It is a high-speed memory that is present in between the CPU and the main memory, so that the contents can be picked up by the CPU very quickly. As it provides the information very quickly, the performance speed of CPU increases. That's why nowadays independent devices working as a cache memory are installed in the CPU. The last one is secondary memory devices. Secondary memory is also known as external memory or a mask memory. Secondary memory is where programs and data are kept on long-term basis. It cannot be directly accessed by the CPU. There are certain devices, namely hard disks, CDs, DVDs, and memory cards, which are used to store data on a computer. Now the next is recall points for this first chapter, and after that you will do the exercise by yourself. In the next class I will give you the answers. First recall point is a computer perceives an IPO cycle. Second, data are given to the computer via input devices. Processing of the data is executed by CPU of the computer and output is given by an output device. Third, the CPU is a small hardware component that executes all the instructions. It has two main components, ALU and CU. That is, ALU means arithmetic logic unit and CU means control unit. Then the next one is primary memory is of two types, RAM and ROM. There are various types of ROM used in computers, namely PROM, EPROM and EEPROM. Next, cache memory is high-speed memory located between CPU and the main memory. Hard disk, CDs, DVDs, pen drives and memory card comprises secondary memory devices. And the last one is there are various types of computers such as microcomputer, mini computer, mainframe computers and supercomputers.